Dear students, today we will go for matter waves, or that is called de Broglie wave. So, in photoelectric effect, we observed light shows particle-like nature. So, light is a wave, but in photoelectric effect, it shows particle-like nature. So, de Broglie argued that due to symmetry in nature, a particle must show wave-like nature. So, the wave nature associated with a moving particle is called matter wave or de Broglie wave. Every moving particle must show some wave-like nature. This is called matter wave or de Broglie wave. Now, the wavelength of de Broglie wave is given by lambda equal to h by p equal to h by mv, where lambda is the de Broglie wavelength, p is the momentum of the particle, m mass of the particle, v speed of the particle. So, the de Broglie wavelength associated with a moving particle is given by Planck's constant by momentum. Here h is the Planck's constant. It is equal to 6.63 into 10 to the power minus 34 joules second. Now, momentum p equal to mass into velocity. If kinetic energy is Ek, it is equal to half mv square. We can write it as mv square by 2m. So it is equal to p square by 2m. That's why p square equal to 2m into kinetic energy, or p equal to root over of 2m into kinetic energy. So lambda equal to h by p. Instead of p, we can write h by root over of 2m into kinetic energy. So lambda in terms of kinetic energy, lambda equal to h by root over of 2m into kinetic energy. Next, if f equal to degrees of freedom, then kinetic energy of a molecule is f by 2 kT. So lambda will be h by root over of 2m into f by 2 kT. This is equal to h by root over of fm kT. Here k is Boltzmann's constant, T is absolute temperature. Now, if a charge q is accelerated through a potential difference of v, then the kinetic energy acquired by it is qv. So we can put lambda equal to h by root over of 2m qv. So lambda equal to h by root over of 2m qv. When a charge q is accelerated through a potential difference of v, the de Broglie wavelength lambda equal to h by root over of 2m qv. Now, Now check some cases. First, if P equal to same, that means P1 equal to P2, then we can write lambda 1 equal to lambda 2. If two particles have same momentum, then they have same de Broglie wavelength. Second, if V equal to same, two particles are moving with same speeds, then lambda is inversely proportional to mass. So we can say lambda 1 by lambda 2 equal to m2 by m1. That means if two particles are moving with same speed, the lighter particle has bigger de Broglie wavelength. If two particles have same kinetic energy, then lambda inversely proportional to square root of m. So lambda 1 by lambda 2 equal to root over of m2 by m1. And fourth case, if V equal to same, two charges are accelerated through same potential difference, then lambda inversely proportional to square root of m cube. So we can write lambda 1 by lambda 2 equal to root over of m2 by m1 into root over of q2 by q1. Next, lambda for electron. Now, for electron, it will be h by root over of 2m into ev. Now, putting the values, root over of 2 into mass of electron into charge on electron into V, will get lambda of electron is 12.27 by root V angstrom. It can be written as 12.3 by root V angstrom. If an electron is accelerated through a potential difference of V, its de Broglie wavelength will be 12.3 by root V angstrom. And 1 angstrom equal to 10 to the power minus 10 meter. Next, we'll go for Bohr's quantization condition. What is Bohr's quantization condition? The angular momentum is nh by 2 pi, where n is the principal quantum number. Now, suppose an electron is revolving in nth orbit. So, according to de Broglie's theory, the de Broglie's wave associated with electron is confined to this orbit. Now, for nth orbit, the wavelength is lambda. So we can write n lambda. It is equal to circumference 2 pi r. But lambda equal to h by mv. So nh by mv equal to 2 pi r. So we can write nh by 2 pi equal to mvr. So when electron is revolving in nth orbit, its angular momentum mvr equal to nh by 2 pi. Next we will go for properties of photon. Now we know that energy of photon according to Planck's quantum theory E equal to hf. And F equal to C by lambda. So E equal to hc by lambda. But Einstein's mass energy equivalent states that E equal to mc square. So we can write mc square equal to hc by lambda. Now C square C will cancel out. So lambda equal to h by mc, that is equal to h by p. So the de Broglie's wavelength associated with photon is same as the wavelength of light. The de Broglie's wavelength associated with a photon is same as the wavelength of light. So we can say momentum of the photon P equal to mc equal to h by lambda equal to E by c equal to hf by c. This is the momentum of the photon. Like that, kinetic energy E equal to mc square equal to hf equal to hc by lambda equal to pc. So E equal to hc by lambda. So we can write E in joule equal to hc by lambda in meter. If we convert E into EV, it will be hc by lambda in meter into 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19. Now, if we put the values, we will get 1240 by lambda in nanometer, that is equal to 12400 by lambda in angstrom. Next part is mass of photon. Now, the relativistic mass m equal to m naught by root over of 1 minus v square by c square. So m naught equal to m into root over of 1 minus v square by c square. For photon, v equal to c. That's why m naught equal to 0. This is called rest mass of photon. So photon has no existence at rest because its rest mass is 0. Now m is the kinetic mass. So kinetic mass of photon m equal to, we can write E by c square because E equal to mc square, or that is equal to P by c, that is equal to hf by c square or h by c lambda. This is the expression for kinetic mass of the photon.